Hi, I'm Dr. Luke Bucci, and welcome to HealthView. So what's HealthView, you might be asking? Well, I guess the best way to describe it is it's a series of short video visits where I'll be discussing health and nutrition issues a lot of us encounter in our daily and, let's face it, pretty hectic lives. That's my area of expertise, and since 1995, I've worked closely with Shift Nutrition to develop products and practices that people like you and I can really use to benefit our busy days and nights. So today, we'll be looking at some easy ways you can change things up a little. And I know you'll feel better if you try some of them. Okay, let's get started. This month is Women's Health Month, and we have 4 supplements to feature for women's health. First, let's start with calcium. I think everybody in the world now knows that calcium is very important for women's health, and mostly for bone health, and mostly after menopause, after age 50. But don't forget that bone is being built when you're young, especially when you're a teenager or early adult life in your 20s and 30s, and that's really when you also need optimal calcium intake. Now, Shift has Super Cal-Mag with D. We've reformulated this product to not only include the full 100% daily value of calcium, but also a good amount of magnesium and more vitamin D than before. We're using 800 IUs per day, which is 200% of the daily value. So what calcium and magnesium and vitamin D do together is work better than calcium by itself. There have been a lot of recent human clinical studies, some very large ones, some very important ones, that have looked at comparing calcium with vitamin D, and they're finding that the combination works better than calcium alone to support bone health. Also, the Shift Cal-Mag with D adds 3 milligrams of boron. Now, this is a support nutrient. It's not technically essential, but it is very helpful. It helps the body control magnesium and calcium along with vitamin D. So to summarize, the Shift Cal-Mag with D and boron really helps support your bone mass better than just calcium. It has the right amount of vitamin D that's shown by the latest human studies to be enough to actually help improve bone health all by itself, but especially in combination with calcium. Let's move to another mineral that's of major importance for women's health, and that's iron. Yes, iron has never gone away with importance. A lot of us forget about how important iron really is. Yes, we all know that iron's needed to build red blood cells, and that keeps your energy levels up, allows you to exercise, and just in general keeps your health in good shape. But iron does a lot more than that. Iron is part of the enzymes that are making energy in all of your cells, and that means that iron is important for your brain. Yep, it's needed for you making strong, rich blood, but it's also needed for you to think properly, to feel better mentally, and to actually be happier. So when you're deficient in iron, you actually feel mentally worse before you start having smaller numbers of red cells and less oxygen being carried. Shift uses a very selected form of iron. We use ferrous glycinate. Now, ferrous glycinate is the kind of iron that's similar to what you find in foods. It's an amino acid chelate, glycine being the simplest amino acid. And what that means is that you have not only a little better absorption, but more importantly, you have better tolerability of iron in your system. Many iron supplements are simple iron salts, and they can be upsetting to the GI tract. Also, we're adding all the helper nutrients for your red blood cells for building strong, healthy blood. There's copper, there's the vitamin B6, B12, and folate. All these other nutrients, when they're severely deficient, can also cause anemia, leading to fatigue and tiredness and mental fuzziness and poor mood. We have enough of those nutrients in to not only balance with the iron, but to make sure that you're not deficient in those nutrients. Now, Shift has recently introduced another product for women's health that focuses on hair, skin, and nails. Now, this product is designed to feed your hair, skin, and nails because those tissues, there are tissues actually, They're different from the rest of you, obviously. They are on the outside of your body, and they contain a protein called keratin. In fact, those tissues are mostly keratin. And this is a protein that has a high amount of sulfur as cysteine. That's the sulfur amino acid. So what keratin does is form your hair, skin, and nails. And the way you put it together, it can turn out to be a hair or a nail or your skin. Now, I won't get into the details of how that happens, but what that means is that your body constantly needs a good source of sulfur and all the other nutrients for these tissues because they are constantly growing. As we all know, our hair grows, our nails grow, and our skin is getting replaced roughly every 7 to 10 days. It's constantly being regenerated, constantly. That means you need a lot of protein and a lot of sulfur amino acids in the protein or sulfur sources. And that's what hair, skin, and nails from Schiff supply. They supply key nutrients that help your skin, hair, and nails grow healthy and grow stronger. Now, there is a lag time from the beginning cell to what you see on your exterior, and sometimes that's several weeks or a few months. So for best results, you need to try hair, skin, and nails for about 2 or 3 months, and then I think you'll start noticing that the growth of the nails has improved. Your hair will have a better appearance. What this product does is supply MSM, or methyl sulfonyl methane, which has been used a lot for joints because they also require sulfur. But MSM is an organic sulfur compound commonly found in foods, and we're giving you an extra amount so that your body can have plenty of sulfur to make keratin and thus make hair, skin, and nails. Another unique feature is HA, or hyaluronic acid. Now that's, believe it or not, a major component of skin, and it's actually a very large molecule that holds water. So yes, it is part of what keeps your skin hydrated and not dried up. We add a few other nutrients that are known to be important for the skin. Another one is vitamin D. A lot of us forget that, again, like bones or like joints, the hair, skin, and nails are a connective tissue, and vitamin D helps keep getting the right amount of minerals into connective tissues, including your hair, skin, and nails. So we've taken a different approach to hair, skin, and nails than most other products. We've actually put in different kinds of ingredients that actually are feeding your hair, skin, and nails what they usually and normally want to grow stronger and healthier. Now onto Cranberry. Schiff has had a Cranberry product for many years because it's very popular for women's health. Cranberry is commonly associated with the urinary tract and kidneys. Cranberries have compounds called anthocyanins and proanthocyanins. What you need to remember is that this is what makes cranberries red. And these compounds, when they're ingested, they get into your bloodstream and they get filtered out and sent into your urine, where they proceed to coat your urinary tract from the kidneys on down. So yes, they're forming a thin film or protective barrier on all your urinary tract lining. Now what this means is that unwanted things like bacteria or other molecules or compounds aren't able to stick onto your lining. So if they're there, they simply get passed on through, causing no problem. So that's the nice thing about these cranberry compounds, is that they have an affinity for your lining of the urinary tract, and they keep unwanted things from sticking there and causing conditions and problems we don't want. Now, Schiff's Cranberry is 20 times concentrated from cranberries themselves, so we're trying to figure out exactly how many cranberries can you squeeze into a capsule, and I think 20 is a good rough average number, considering that cranberries vary in size and all that. So that's a pretty potent dose of cranberries. One thing to remember about Schiff Nutrition products is that we are now placing a Sure Dissolve logo on different products. Now what this means is that this product and that pill has been tested to disintegrate or dissolve within 1 hour. And what that means is that now your body is assured that the product will disperse, it will break up in the right place at the right time, slowly and evenly, so that your body can handle the amount of nutrients in these products and absorb them. So what we're saying is that yes, these products are tested by USP methods. USP stands for United States Pharmacopoeia, and they have guidelines on how to test for products disintegration and dissolution. And that's what the Sure Dissolve logo means, is that these products have been tested and they do dissolve within an hour. That means you're getting the nutrients into your system in a form that they can handle. Well, that wraps up this segment, but hopefully it's just the beginning for you, because when you try out some of these tips, I think it'll be the start of a healthy and strong approach to living. And what's great is none of us have to do this alone. For more information about any of the products I've talked about today, simply use the product search toolbar at the top of this page, because, hey, we can all use a little help. Till next time, I'm Dr. Luke with HealthView. Here's to your health.